Hey guys, Breakman79 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Planescape Torment. In the last episode, we escaped from the Mortuary and have made it into the city center of Sigil here. So we're gonna explore. We got a quest over here to end this guy's death contract. Come chat with me. Got a dustman there. See if these guys say anything. Uh-oh. You see a heavy-set looking man. He has a stone-faced expression. Greetings. The man looks at you for a moment, grunts, then raises his hand, revealing a wicked dagger. He smiles evilly and begins twirling it with a menacing arc. Let's get out of here. Farewell. Well, so much for that.
Good as done.
Come on, buddy.
Die.
Come on. Finish him off.
I'm hurt.
Oh. Jeez, that almost killed me. Let's see what kind of loot we got here.
Sure, why not? Yeah?
No.
Huh?
Bronze bracelet. Rusty dagger. Probably don't want that. What is she gonna say? You see a tired-looking woman dressed in a tight leather bodice and leggings. The odor of cheap perfume surrounds her like a cloud, and her face is covered with a mask of crude makeup. She smiles as she sees you. Why don't you stay and chat with me a bit, love? Alright. The woman looks coyly at you. Now you look to be a blood who's lost something. Mayhap I can help you find it, Cutter. She smiles slightly. Oh? What good fortune! We probably lost what we were looking for back at your kit, miss. Actually, I'm missing a journal. Eh? She seems confused. What are you about? I'm not missing anything, but I did have some questions. The woman frowns. I'm not a tout. She frowns and then rubs two fingers together. Unless you got some jink to pay for my time. Okay, I can pay. How much? For ye? She studies you critically. 7 coppers, no more, no less. Other questions of a deeper chant will cost you more. Got 220. Sounds fair. Aye, then she slips the jink in her palm, where it promptly vanishes now. There were some things I wanted to know. Ask your questions, love. Alright, cool. Tell me about this city. Her eyes narrow suspiciously. The city, what about it? What is it? What, Sigil, you mean? She shrugs, looks around. It's the city beneath your feet and rising to either side of ye. She smiles. Makes visitors' stomachs gallop, it does. Where exactly is Sigil? Center of the plains, to hear it told. She snorts. If you believe that, wash. Why is it wash? She smirks. Well now, love, according to the graybeards and scholars and governors and all the rest of them rattling their brain boxes, they says the plains go on forever. She taps her head. Who's to say where the center is? Okay. Can you tell me what's of interest around here? She puts her hands on her hips and pouts. Depends on your interest, Cutter. How about I'm looking for work? She laughs. You're asking me? What do you think I'll be becoming, one of the sisterhood, are you? She nearly buckles over in laughter. The screeching is similar to a drunken harpy's. Eventually, the gales of laughter subside, and she takes a deep breath. You're a rich man, you are. What else is around here of interest? Well, let's just say what she says about a good time. I already made you an offer, love, and it's not an unfair price. Don't know or nowhere else you might be enjoying the delights you have with me. Ugh. Fine, some other questions. What can you tell me about the Lady of Pain? She spits and makes a half circle around her heart. That bladed witch, all high and mighty, mistress of all the city, floating in silence, she kills anyone in her shadow. She tends the city eye, she hisses, and leaves the living things in it to rot. I'm looking for somebody named Pharod. Pharod? Now that's one of the greater darks, love. If you be wanting to know about that blood, that'll be thrice the coppers of a normal asking. Ugh. 21 gold. Alright. She gives your coins a once-over, then shrugs and pockets them. What you be wanting to know about old Pharod? At that price, anything you can tell me about him. Shrugs. Chat is he's a collector boss. Has a whole bunch of bloods in his shadow. Where can I find him? No one knows for dead sure, but if I were to suggest a place, love, I'd say Rag Picker Square. Rag Picker Square? Aye. A big old heap of rags and trash 3 blocks due west of the Mortuary. All the collectors stake their kip there. Chances are Pharod's got his kip there too. What's a collector? You know, them sods that pick up debtors for jink. A sorry lot. They gather bodies. Why? Because they don't get the looks. They don't got the looks to do what I do. I see. I'm looking for a journal. No idea where you find such a thing, love. You might look elsewhere. She smiles suggestively. I know some places you might start. Okay, never mind. Your loss. When you get tired of losing things and need to find some things, love, you come see me. Oh, Chief, can you sport me some jink? It's been a long time, it has. Oh boy. I wonder how much this is gonna cost. Let's see what happens if I give him money. The woman breaks in. It's twice the cost for the Mimmer? Mimmer? Or any other degenerate. Mimmer? Mimmer's a Tockling encyclopedia. That's me, Chief. I see. Well, don't sweat it, Morty. From the looks of her, I'm probably saving you from dying twice. May a pox shrivel your innards. You have the stink and fashion sense of a goat herd, and you're twice as ugly. Ooh. Oops.
New taunts, alright.
Ugh. Morty stares hypnotized as a harlot lets loose a stream of obscenities. At the end of the verbal avalanche, Morty is silent for a moment, then turns to you. Wow, Chief, got a few more taunts for the old arsenal. He turns back to the harlot, who's catching her breath. I'm also in love. Huge monument. There's no name or plaque identifying what it is honoring. Pox. This cowed figure is hunched by the mortuary gate. His face is obscured by the shadows of his hood. What little you can see is his chin, which is covered with stubble and what appears to be a foul green and purple rash. The rash seems heaviest around his neck, fading as it crawls up to his chin. Greetings. This figure doesn't budge. There's a moment of silence. Then he responds in a high-pitched voice that sounds more suited to a girl of 10 years than a man. Hi! Who are you? Pox, I am. Hi! What are you doing? Wait for debtors, do I? Hi. Debtors? Corpses? Why? Find a debtor, take them through the gate, get some jink. Then again, I wait. Hi. Through the gate? Why? A debtor's to a dustman what a copper's to a collector. Bring them to the dead, they give you copper at the gate. They do. Hi. Why do the dustmen? Streets clean, debtors put it in their place, streets don't stink, dead aren't lost. Kept inside, gate all happy. What do they do with them? Haul debtors inside the gate, put them on the slabs, cut them up, bury them, or make them walk. Make them walk? Yeah, we already actually know. Yes, they make some get back up. If the debtor gives the dustman leave to, and the debtor becomes a skells or zoms. Is the front gate the only way inside the mortuary? Hi, only debtor or dustman go in the gate they do. You want Pox make you debtor again? No. Hi, many times you ask, Pox always do. Oh wow, so I've done this before. How many times exactly? Many time. So we've met before. Hi, what do you know about me? You a debtor who don't stay debtor for long, hi. Deal square with Pox you do. Do you know anything else about me? You a debtor who don't... Oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's good enough for now.
I'm gone.
Hey, we're being watched, Chief. Just look natural. Casual.
Huh. Can I catch that person? Being the sender. You see a heavy-set man with sharp features and a pained expression. Despite his huge frame, however, he has an effeminate look about him, and unlike the other residents you've seen, he looks to have bathed recently. As you approach, he looks up hopefully and calls out in a high voice. Craddock, good sir. What? His hopeful expression dies as he studies your face. 1,000 apologies, good sir. If I have given offense, he gives a slight bow. I am called Ban the Sender, third child of Dai Ban the Sender. I am one of the many runners that employ the House of Senders. No apologies necessary. What do you want? 1,000 apologies for troubling you with such a trivial matter, but I seek Craddock, an overseer in the hive. Ban looks to like he is in pain, but alas, he eludes me. He looks at you again, hopefully. Could it be that you have heard of such a man? Craddock? I don't think so. I'm sorry I haven't. Ban gives a deep sigh. I am bound to deliver a message to him, and as yet, fortune has chosen not to favor me. I might be able to find him and deliver your message for a price. Ban lights up like a lantern. Of course, good sir. If you can find this Craddock and pass on the message, I shall pay you for your troubles. Alright, what's the message? Ban recites the message almost like a mantra. The shipment must be encrusted by the 3rd day or there will be a penalty. Ban frowns. I am told that Craddock will know of the shipment to which the message pertains. If I see Craddock, I will pass along the message. Is there anything you can tell me about him before I go that might help me find him? He is said to be a giant of a man, stern of features, that he is an overseer in one of the hive marketplaces. Alas, I know little else than that, good sir. I see. Good enough for now. Ban bows. Thank you, sir. Should fortune favor you and you are able to bear the message to Craddock, Be so kind as to return and tell me of it. I will see to it your efforts are rewarded. Very well, farewell.
Updated my journal.
Okay, I've got a new quest. This smiling, middle-aged woman trots up to you and courtesies. Hello, sir, and well met. For merely a single copper common, I can offer me services as a tout. Somewheres I can point out for ye. What's a tout? The woman looks at you skeptically, then shrugs. A tout's a guide of sorts, sir. I can help you around this part of the hive, I can. I don't think I need directions. I can't go inside? Oh. Obsidian monument has names chiseled into it. Dustman Monument. Gathering Dust Bar. I believe I need to go down there.
I'm gone.
Another harlot. Actually, I wonder if she has anything. Ah, she looks very similar. Same thing about the other one. Same text I see. Oh. Anna. Hello. She has a tail? You see a striking red-haired girl dressed in leather armor. Her right arm is covered with a series of interlocking plates that look as if they were taken from the skin of some creature, and a horned shoulder piece protects her left arm. Oddly enough, she has a tail, that is flicking back and forth as you watch. Pike off. Greetings. The girl ignores you. Who are you? The girl sneers and makes an obscene gesture with her tail. Pike off, you clueless sod. Hey, easy, I just had some questions. Aye, and what is it you want? That... Can you tell me where I am? You're lost, but you're about to find trouble. Make yourself lost somewhere else, bubber. I'm looking for somebody named Pharod. Do you know where I can find him? Aye, I might. I might say more if you sweeten the question, aye. She clicks her tongue and rubs two fingers together. Jink, jink, aye. Jink, jink? She means money. Oh. Aye, she glances at Mortai, then shrugs. What the skull said. Hard coin. Alright, how much? How much is to ya to know? Aye, she studies you, then folds her arm. Come on, I haven't got all day, I haven't. How about 10? That enough? That lump of copper is enough to whet a fated's appetite. You'll be needing more if you want to make friends here, tard. How about 20 then? Aye, alright then, she pockets the money. It's gone so quickly you have no idea where it vanished to. Look for him in the alley, Spireward from the Mortuary. That's to the south and west of the Mortuary. Aye, south and west. Okay. That's it? I'm missing a journal. Have you seen one? Looks at you strangely. Nah, I've seen nothing like that. I haven't. We could ask her about her tail. Do I now? The girl looks at her tail. So I do. And here I was thinking it was a trick of my eye. My, aren't you a sharp cutter? She bares her teeth. Why don't you piss off to whatever hole you crawled out of and leave me be? Me nor my tail is for trade, Jig. Alright, I was just It's just as well. Neither you nor your tail are for sale. You couldn't squeak out a living with them anyway. Ooh. What are you about, you blighter? Say it again? Oh. I get the distinct feeling that forget him. He said that you couldn't make a living selling yourself. He said, and I disagree, that you could make a living selling yourself. He said, and I agree, that you could make... What is the correct answer here? Do I basically... Let's see what she says to this. Ooh, what's all this now? You be playing stern hard head. Friendly hard head with me. Stern hard head, friendly hard head with me? She sneers. Pike off, you lecherous filth. Let's try a different question. Okay, let's ignore him and say he didn't say anything. The girl's eyes narrow to slits. Are ya daft? Can it be that you're dumber than stone, or mayhap through the power or ignorance? May the Dabbas brick you over and make you a street. Look. She's a tiefling, chief. They got some demon blood in them, and that makes them paranoid and defensive. Nice tail, though. Shame it's plastered on such an ugly body. Whoa, now. You better latch your bone box, you foul mouth mimmer, for I splits it from your jaw, Jig. Why don't you try and split my jaw, Chit? All I'm hearing is a lot of chatter from some hive trash. Throw a punch, I dare you. I'll bite your legs off. Enough. Aye, that's right. Leash your mimmer tard, or I'll bury him with his body, Jig. Mimmer, what are you talking about? Aye, Mimmer, what the gulf between your ears so wide, me words echo? Age it? You still haven't answered my question. What's a Mimir? Yeah, same thing. Talking encyclopedia. She glances at Mortai, then sneers. I guess I know which of you has the brains, eh? Yeah. Is she gonna sell me anything else? Nope, I guess that's it. Farewell to you too.
Looks like the Dusty's lost one of the deaders.
The post. This filthy-looking corpse is in sad shape. Its shoulders are slumped and one of its legs is broken, causing it to lean to one side. Stains cover it from head to toe. Judging from the smell and texture, the stains run from rotten fruit to mud and bird droppings. To add to the indignity, graffiti has been carved into its body, and several notices have been nailed into its chest, back, and head. Okay, examine the corpse. Despite the many stitches, the corpse's rotting skin is peeling in several places, revealing long stretches of muscle and bone. You'd guess that this zombie is frequently used as target practice. The fruit and mud stains aside, some of the tears of the skin still have rocks and bits of glass lodged in them. One wicked-looking cobblestone is still embedded in the side of its head. Okay, examine the graffiti. A number of leaflets have been ruined by rain, but some of them are still legible. One tacked to his back or something called the Office of Vermin and Disease Control. The one on his forehead looks like a bill of fare for a restaurant, and one on his chest looks like an official notice, and another appears to be some sort of want ad. Let's ignore the notices and examine the graffiti. The graffiti runs from obscenities about the Dustmen to slogans glorifying what appear to be local gangs. One piece of graffiti catches your eye. Someone has carved the name Pharod on the corpse's left arm, then slashed an X across it. Okay, examine the other notices. Let's look at the Office of Vermin and Disease Control. To those Hive citizens wishing gainful employ with the most honorable and generous Sigil government, inquire forthwith at the Office of Vermin and Disease Control to help stem plague of brain rats. Bounties paid. Copper given for each rat tail brought. Tails must be genuine and from rat only. No cat, dog, or fiend tail accepted. Office several streets south and west at Mortuary Gate in Lower Hive. Ask for an official inspector in charge, the respected Phineas T. Lort. XXX. That would be the 39th. Bill of fare. Someone has posted a bill of fare for the Gathering Dust Bar, but the bill of fare cannot be read as the words Smoldering Corpse Bar have been scrawled in charcoal over the bill. Smoldering Corpse Bar. The zombie immediately jerks its left arm upward and points far to the southwest. A moment later, the arm falls back to his side with a thump. Reminds me of a job I once had. He seems embarrassed. Well, I mean, without the arms. I wonder if this would work with the other notices. Let's look at the official notice. Public notice. By the order of the Judiciary Council, and in accordance with the citizenry of Sigil, let it be known that those defacing a registered servant of the Dustmen, either by graffiti, malicious attack, or by posting notices, will constitute felonious assault, and the perpetrator will be answerable for the vandalism of said servant, by order of the Hall of Speakers. Okay, how about the want ad? Wanted. Able-bodied person willing to investigate a matter of the utmost importance to the Dustman cause will offer suitable compensation upon successful completion of said task. Interested parties inquire with an initiate Noroche Gathering Dust Bar. That is right beside us. Let's pry out the cobblestone. You grab a hold of the cobblestone and pull it out of the corpse's head. Traces of brain matter and rotting flesh slowly drip from it. It looks like whatever was in its head turned to ooze long ago. Well, I guess we're just going to leave him in peace.
All right.
We got a dustman right there. Lots of harlots.
Done.
Hive thugs, huh? Alright, let's check out. I only have 7 hit points? Jeez. Gathering Dust Bar, alright.
Chief, what are we doing in here? Let's say we just give this place the laugh, alright?
You strangers, speak with me for a moment. Alright, let's check my journal here. Freedom for the contract. Mortai Gravesend. Okay, I think we just saw you. Yep. This tiny, wizened man is dwarfed by his huge dustman robes. They look as if they were chosen to cloak his small stature. Although he looks to be in his late 90s, this man is extremely energetic. He fidgets continuously and his eyes dart around the bar like a bird's. Greetings. The man's eyes gleam as he takes your measure, and he gives a slight nod in greeting. Hail and well met, traveler. You look like you're one who is just getting their sigil legs about them. He trails off. Pardon me, have we met before? Your face seems familiar somehow. No, at least I don't recall you. I mean, Possibly, are you certain it was me? Maybe I was mistaken. Mortai shakes his head. Well, no matter. No matter. How is it that Mortai Gravesend may help you? Do you seek? He clucks his tongue as he speaks. The contract, perhaps? Contract? The contract. Why, it is but a simple transaction. From the depths of his huge robe, Marty pulls forth a dusty parchment and a quill pen. I give you 50 commons in return after death. The Dustman faction may claim your remains. He smiles, then clicks his tongue. What use will you have for them at that point anyway? What do the Dustmen do with the body? Marty holds up his hands if he doesn't know. What does it matter? It is of no consequence when you pass on. It matters to me. Well, if you must know, oftentimes nothing is done with the body, and it is we the Dustmen who have wasted all that money. More fools us. Mortai gives a light smile, then looks apologetic. But, rarely, there are times when the workers in the mortuary need to be replaced, and then we may have need of your body. You mean I'll be animated as a corpse and put to work in the mortuary? That doesn't sound good. Ah, but no harm is done, no pain. Mortai raises a finger as if to emphasize the point. And there's no danger. In exchange for money you can spend in this life, you merely have to give us something that you will have no need of anyway once you have died. Mortai taps his chest. I signed the contract myself, if you must know. I shall have no need of my body when I pass on. I'll consider it. I have other questions. Are you the one who signed the dead contract with Agnar? Agnar? Morty frowns. He looks puzzled. Mayhap, he thinks for a moment. I do not recall the name, however. I'd like to settle that contract. Mortai looks wary. I'm afraid that is impossible. The contract is signed, settled, and binding. Truth. I suggest you hand over the contract right now or I'll butcher you where you stand. Or I could bluff. What about the contract is tearing the man's life apart. It is causing him distress. It is possible that he may not even be able to approach the true death with such emotions churning in his mind. Let's see what he says to this. Mortai chews it over for a moment. It looks like you've negotiated him into a corner. I cannot. It is a matter of law, my friend. Besides, the burden lies upon the signer to overcome his own feelings in order to reach the true death. I cannot. So what you're saying is that you'll deny him the true death for the sake of a piece of parchment. Morty sighs and holds up his hands as if to placate you. Look, it is not how you are making it out to be. This is funny. You obviously hold the philosophy of the Dustman in contempt to damn a man's soul over a piece of paper. Do other members of your faction know of your contract in this regard? If not, they soon will. Mortai glares at you for a moment, opens his mouth, closes it, then opens it. By the 9 hells, wait here. He drops his voice to a whisper. And keep your bone box latched. He gives an angry scowl and stomps off. Wait. Ha! A few seconds later, he returns. He is holding a dusty piece of parchment, which he gives to you. Here, he sniffs disdainfully, All for a man's peace of mind. Now be gone, and nettle me with your preachings no longer. I will leave for now. Farewell, Mortai. Let's see, is there anyone else I should talk to in here? Skeleton worker. We can take a look at these guys. You look lost, sir. Ooh, Emmerich. Emmerich. We've heard that name before, haven't we? Zombie bodyguard. The zombie gazes at you with vacant eyes. His lips have been stitched closed, bandages wrapped. Okay, leave him in peace. Old coppery eyes. Awaiting death? Oh, we've heard that name too. Fools. Seer the Skeptic. These gates are made of a featureless black metal. It doesn't appear any way to open them. Hey,
All right.
we got a pot here with nothing in it. Zombie worker. I wonder if I can check out... brine, huh? Oh, we got some more rags. Yay! Bubbling tanks dispensing their contents in wooden kegs. Faint smell of vinegar in the air. Okay, let's go back to
All right.
our friend down here. I'm going to save the game. Oh, whatever.
I'm gone.
Alright, let's go talk to the wife, shall we? Angar's wife looks up hopefully as you approach. Were you able? Yes, I was able to get the contract from Mortai. Here it is. She looks relieved, and her eyes become misty. Oh, by the powers, you must be a diva in disguise to do such a thing for somebody you barely know. Let's be nice about this, I guess. Nah. We played all the high and mighty last time. I expect something in return. She looks at you apprehensively. I have some money. A few coppers. Will you accept that? Yes. She reaches into the folds of her robes and draws forth a handful of copper coins. She looks at them sadly for a moment, then hands them to you. It is a small price to pay for me husband's soul. Yeah, let's not be any more. I mean, oh, it's fine. Here's the contract.
Updated my journal.
Nay, if you could show me husband the contract, say that you got it from him, but don't say how. I'd appreciate it. Very well, I'll show it to him then.
Done.
You see Angar. He doesn't look any better than before. As you approach him again, he turns slowly to face you. His face tightens. Ye again? Didn't you hear me the first time, you pox-ridden dog? Get out of me house, or so help the powers, I'll carve you where you stand. Let's just show him his dustman contract. As you pull out the contract, the blood drains out of Agnars' face. For a moment, he seems at a loss for words. Then his temper quickly resurfaces. Where did you get that? By the powers, you best tell me. Should I tear it up? Or let's just say I took it. It has your name on it. Agyar can't seem to take his eyes from the contract. Why'd you bring it to me? He looks suspiciously. To ransom it? I'll just tear it up.
Updated my journal.
You tear up the parchment, and Agnar's eyes follow the bits of paper as they float to the ground with a desperate look. He shudders slightly, then straightens, as if a great weight has been lifted from him. He looks like he is about to thank you, then stops and stares at you suspiciously. Nothing's free. Not in the hive, Cutter. I might need a favor in the future. Could you help me? Okay, I ransomed me life to one man already, and I'm not about to do it again. He shakes his head. We'll settle the debt now. Huh. Very well. If you feel the need to pay me, then I could use some questions answered. Or rest. Let's see what he says to the answers. Ask your questions. Can I ask why you signed the Dustman contract? Perhaps it's the sheer amount of riches and wealth that surrounds you that distracted ye. He snorts. We have less than nothing, and I needed Jink. Didn't seem to matter too much at the time where it might have come from, and selling me body to the Dusties is a lot more honest than most work around here. What caused you to change your mind? It's jest, he sighs then. I saw one of them zombies on the streets a half a month ago. One of them zombies that work for the Dusties, and it stabbed me in the heart. I knew I'd made a mistake. I didn't want to be any part of that after death. We all had our share of mistakes. Agnar grunts. I suppose so. Other questions. Looking for a man named Pharod. You know where I can find him. Aye, that be known to me, and not a fond name it is either. What can you tell me about him? He's one of them collectors, one with the long shadow, has quite a few boys at his beck and call. He may not be lord of the realm, but he's not a smart one to tangle with his own turf.
Updated my journal.
Ooh, do you know where to find him? Aye, but I wouldn't be doing you a favor in telling ye. His frown deepens. One of me kin fell into a lot of his a few months back, and spilled some of the dark of old Pharod. To hear ya, Pharod's actually got his kip buried somewhere under Ragpicker Square. To get to it, there's some kind of portal you need to jump through while carrying some junk in your hand. We know where Ragpicker Square is. Okay, does he know of my journal? Haven't seen such a thing as that, Cutter. Do you mind if I rest here? Agnar nods. That's the least I can do. I'll have my wife get me some blankets out for you. I think I'll return.
I feel stronger.
Ooh, level up. Okay. Let's see. This is... Saving throws have improved, 10 points, hit points gained. Fighting skills have improved, armor class. Saving throws. 1 characteristic point gained. Okay. Oh, I have 1 character point. Ah, Genius level intelligence. Sure. Okay. Okay.
Looks like the Dusty's lost one of the deaders. Maybe I could gut a Dusty.
Ah.
Hey, what's eating you, Chief?
Let's see if he says anything. Oh. How did you die, Morty? No idea, Chief. I kind of forgot when I died. Can't say I blame myself much. At least there was something waiting for me after I died. Even if it is life as a floating skull, I mean, it could have been worse. What happened to your body? I don't know, alright? It's just gone. Morty glares at you. But don't think I miss it, because I'm happy just the way I am, and I don't need your half-wit judgments or snide remarks, alright? I see. You said you're a member, right, Morty? Yeah, a member is a floating encyclopedia. You put information in, and you get information out. I was hoping more was going to come out of that. Let's see what he says to this. Well, here's how I see things. Go on. I think you should try and root out this Pharod wherever he has set up Kip. You wouldn't have had those directions tattooed on your back if you didn't have some inkling of what was up with you. One of the locals around here has to know where he is. Okay.
Done.
I wonder if these guys will say anything to me. This dustman is dressed in long dark robes and his hands are folded into his sleeves. His head is bowed and he is chanting a measured pace with the other dustmen around him. Greetings. The dustman appears to have heard you, but he does not look up. I would listen to their chanting. All the dustmen carry the exact same tone and rhythm. The chant rises to a near shout every few minutes, then slowly fades in a way that reminds you of an echo. Once it fades completely, the dustmen speak several lines praising the true death, then begin their chants again. Greetings. The dustman lifts his head. He does not stop chanting, keeping the same pace and tone. What are you doing? The dustman ignores you. Okay, leave him alone. Can we go in here? Quinton. The man before you looks to be middle of height in years. He is stout and with a thick, bullish neck, and his shoulders are hunched, as if a great weight was pressing upon them. He wears an impatient look as he stares at the black monolith in front of him. Greetings. The man throws you a glance. There's room, Cutter. No need to ask my leave to stand here. Actually, I wanted to know what this monolith was. It's a tombstone for the plains, he scoffs. Graveyards of names are scratched on that rock. Can only hope my name's the one that'll split this stone in twain. He points at the base of the monolith. Quinton, right there. Hammered in just hard enough to send the damn thing crashing down. Tombstone for the plains. Aye, Quinton smiles ruefully. The Dusties scratch the names of the dead on this monument here. He gestures around him. And on the walls of this place, not enough space by my reckoning, but no matter. They do their best. Can barely read half the names. What are you doing here? Reading the new arrivals. Try and find a new one every day. Try and remember if I knew them. Nothing more. The dustmen record the names of all that have died on this monument. Aye, they scratch him on this rock, and scratch him on the walls in this place too. Quinton scoffs. I don't know why they take the trouble to take accounting of the dead. The Dusties have more care for the living. The living? Ah, you know about the dustmen mourners that come to this place. They aren't mourning the dead, see? They're mourning the living. They can barely get a word in them edgewise without them asking to mourn some poor living Burke for ye. And why do they mourn the living? You got me there, Cutter, he shrugs. Might want to put the question to him. Seems to me the dead are thrice worth the pity of any poor sod living in this pit. He nods at the monument. Every name on there is a blessed in my book it is. Ah, ever know anybody who came back after the name was put on there? You mean come back from the dead? Quinton shakes his head. Not a one, Cutter. Everything that lives dies, and that's the way of it, he shrugs. Still, considering the planes go on forever and all, I suppose anything's possible. I suppose so, I say. Any other questions for you? I think you already answered all that. Let's see what she says. Sevtha. This woman's face looks broken, and she is covered in scars. They look like bite marks and fingernail cuts. She is cradling the shreds of several rags in her hands and is staring emptily at the wall of the monument, at the names there. Greetings. Hiss! Get you back! The woman's teeth peel back, displaying a row of black canines. What you want with Sevtha? What's the matter? What's wrong? Those chaos men wrecked my cart, attacked me, killed 3 of my sisters who tried to stop them. Not sisters anymore. Now there's nothing but names on this memorial wall. Chaos men? Chaos men, a faction, they say. What they are is an addled bunch that runs wild through the hive and does whatever they please. We never did no harm to them. Then they lope in like dogs and tear apart anything within their reach. Who are these chaos men who attacked you? They're a hiver gang, a bunch of addled sods that call themselves the starved dogs barking or some such barmy nonsense. Ooh, you know, I wouldn't mind penning some men in the dead book for some combing. You got the copper, we'll talk terms. Sure. A copper earring in your purse if you pen 3 of those murdering sods in the dead book, Jig. I'll see to it that they're put in the dead book. Can you tell me where they might be found? Go out the south gate, spireward from here, then walk around the blocks until you come to a place where the men run in circles, howling at the sick sky. There's the starved dogs they are. Okay, I'll go look for them.
Updated my journal.
What about this guy? You see a dustman with a crooked smile frozen on his face. Despite the smile, his eyes are as dull as stones. His right arm is shorter than the left, and he keeps it tucked to his side as if cradling a small child. Greetings. The dustman's eyes slide over you. Name. The way he speaks the word, it sounds like the tolling of a bell. I don't know. No name. No name can't help you. The dustman speaks in a curious sing-song voice. Need to give a name if you want to see where it's died. What?
Updated my journal.
Give it a name where you're born, give it back when you need it no more. Death of names, death of names. His eyes swim across the monolith, then the walls of the area. Buried many names here, death of names. Tell me a name, I'll show you its grave. Deonara. His eyes roll to the back of his head and then pop back. With a wild gleam, his eyes run across the walls of the monument, scanning the names at an inhuman speed. He then points at a section of the wall. Buried. What does that mean? Examine the spot he's pointing at. Chiseled into the black stone in tiny cramped writing is the name he requested. It is almost lost beneath the sea of names around it. I had another name. Adam. What is he going to say to this? He shakes his head. Not dead yet. That name is not buried here. Not time. Not time. Let me try another name. What does it mean by like to bury a name? He nods, then unfolds his small hand from where it was cradled on the side. It looks atrophied. It is the size of a child's hand. Cost Jink to bury a name. 3 coppers, 3. Okay, let's put Quinton. Oh, he shakes his head. Not dead yet. That name is not buried here. Not time, not time. Can you bury a name for me? What about doll? Nope. Well, I guess he can't help me.
All right.
Hive thugs. Oh, jeez. Why did these guys just... Hey. What's going on here?
Damn it.
Uh-oh. Come on. Come on, guys. Ow. Ooh! 65's experience. See if we get anything. Ah, we don't want that.
All right.
I'll take the money. More money. Who do we have here? Spell. She's a spellcaster? Let's save. Blast! I almost had it this time. Though you know it's dangerous to interrupt spellcasters while they're invoking a spell, lucky for you I was only practicing. Well, what is it you want? That's it? My apologies for disturbing you? Oh, there's a chest there. Oh.
Done.
Nothing. Okay.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
I've never seen something so ugly, I've not. All
Done.
started Crutch will be telling his copper about now.
Ingress. Did we talk to her before? You see a haggard woman wrapped in rags. Her hair is disheveled and dirty, and her complexion is extremely dark. Burns cover her arms, and her right hand is a fused lump of flesh. It looks melted, like wax exposed to a great heat.
Updated my journal.
What is it you want with me? The woman's accent is thick, and you are having difficulty making out what she is saying. You want me to leave? Not leaving the city, so I'm not. I can't. Tried. It's not a city, it's a prison everywhere. Everywhere? There's worlds, there's... Her eyes gleam madly. Plains that be sinking sands, fields thirstily nettles be, sightless worlds where your limbs are given life and hate, cities of dust whose people are dust and whisper ash, the house without doors, the twilt lands, the singing winds. She starts to sob quietly, but she seems all out of tears. And shadows, the terrible shadows there be. Where are these places? Where's them places? She flings the lump of her right hand in an arc, gesturing at the cityscape. They're all here. Doors, here be everywhere. Doors? You're not knowing this? She squints at you and her teeth start chattering. Tell you I will. Beware, every space you walk through or touches this thrice cursed city. Doors, gates, arches, windows, picture frames, the open mouth of a statue, the spaces between shelves. Beware any space bounded on all sides. All these are doors to other places. What do you mean? Every door has a key, it does, and with this key, they show their true nature. An arch becomes a portal. A picture frames become a portal. A window becomes a portal. All eager to take ye somewhere else. They steal you away. She raises the lump of her right hand. And sometimes what's on the other side takes part of you as a tithe. What are these keys? The keys number as many as the doors of the city. Every door a key. Every key a door. Her teeth start chattering again as if she's cold. And a key is anything. It may be an emotion, an iron nail held between your seconds and filthy fingers, and thoughts? Thought 3 times, and then thought once in reverse, or maybe a glass rose. And these are all keys that'll open these doors.
Updated my journal.
Yes! Her teeth start chattering, and she clenches her mouth closed and squints her eyes. Yes, can't leave. Oh, how'd you get in here?
Updated my journal.
She seems to calm slightly, and her eyes take on a 1,000-league stare. Came from our place else from here, almost a life ago. Hummed a tune by a glade and with 2 dead trees that have fallen together. A brilliant odor opened in the space between the crossed trees, showed me the city on the other side. I stepped through, ended here. And why can't you go back? Tried. She tries to sob again, but no tears come. Tried. All doors here lead to other places. She shudders and grips her melted right hand. Went through them thrice 10 portals, some a purpose, some a accident. None of them right. Can't find my way back. There must be a portal that can take you back. Can't even leave here. There's a square, and there, that place of death behind the gate waits for me. She points at the mortuary behind the gate and then turns back to you, her face desperate. Can't go anywhere in this city. You can't go anywhere? What do you mean? Anything could be a door, any arch there, any door here could be a portal. Don't know the key. Could get us sent to another horrible place. Her teeth start chattering again. Got to stay away from the closed spaces. All could be doors that kill me, and I'm not knowing it. You are afraid to go through any door or arch because it might be a portal? She nods, her teeth chattering. How long have you been afraid of this? She squints. Since the last time I walked through the last portal, and then the place where my hand... She stops. Since my 10th turning. I'm in my 10th turning that now. Her teeth begin chattering again. 30 years? You haven't walked through any door for 30 years? Her vision seems to clear slightly. She looks up at you, her teeth still chattering. If you got here, there must be a portal that can take you back. If you got here, there must be a portal that can take you back. It's only a matter of finding it. She smiles. Her teeth aren't chattering because she's cold. They are moving around inside her mouth. Her gums twisted as her teeth shift about. They rise and recede as you watch, chattering as they rattle against each other. What? She hisses at you. Only takes one portal you steps through an accident to drive the fear into you. I went through thrice 10, lost my hand, burned my flesh, and lost my senses. She looks at her feet. No more, no more. I'm sorry. If I can find some means to help you, I will.
Updated my journal.
No, she ran away.
All right. All right. All right.
We've already been in there. Can I go south? Oh, yeah. Alright. I think I'm gonna put a cut in the episode here, guys. Next time, probably a lot more reading. The way that this is going. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again. Bye-bye.